Chapter 92. Heaven and Earth are not benevolent, using the living beings as chess pieces. Just by sweeping a glance, Gu Hai sensed the complexity of this chess game, a level of complexity that was more than 10 times stronger than the Ding-Long sex. How come there are 3 types of chess there at dead chess? Gu Qin suddenly revealed a trace of doubt. Gu Hai twisted his head to look. Pa. Steeply, there were some pieces that shattered apart. It's those chess pieces. They've all turned into chess pieces, Long Wanqing worried. Turned into chess pieces. Gu Hai was puzzled. Righteous Father. Is this a chessboard? How come there are no lines of warp and woof? And there are 100,000 chess pieces set up? Gu Qin was puzzled. Inside this square chessboard, it might be the 29 vertical worlds. The chess viewing elder has remodeled it, with people as the chess pieces. Everyone is a chess piece. There should be 100,000 people who have entered it, struggling in the chess world. Gu Hai frowned. Just then, Meng Tai's angry roar suddenly came from the black chessboard. Bastard, my Dafeng is internally conflicted, but it's not your turn for a beast to be reckless. Fu blood, this inheritance, it's not for you to get your hands on. Humph. Wei Yang's cold snort came out. Boom. Oh, Gu Hai revealed a hint of surprise. The servant turned his head as if he was going to leave the peony flower. Whew. A huge suction force arose steeply, and that servant, who had no resistance at all, was instantly sucked over by the square abyss. As it flew over, it steeply distorted its figure and transformed into a black chess piece, which floated above the square abyss, and following that, from the black chess piece, a thin golden line emerged and went straight to the interior of the abyss. Really turned into a chess piece. Gu Qin was surprised. No. Gu Hai shook his head. HMM. It means that the main body died in the chess game world as well. Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Did it not turn into chess pieces? Long Wanqing was surprised. Gu Hai nodded and said, back then, it should have been when the chess game world was shaping the chess pieces split for you and Grandmaster Liu Nian, that you were used by Grandmaster Liu Nian with the dragon fixing ring, and you were pushed out. You saw Master Liu Nian turn into a chess piece. So, then what's going on here? Long Wanqing said in disbelief. Gu Hai was silent for a while and said, it should be that elder chess viewer made to preparations for his inheritance. Oh, old man chess viewer's inheritance. Isn't it the earth dragon vein? Long Wanqing was surprised. Just now Wei Yong also mentioned the word inheritance. Gu Qin was also slightly stunned. And if they can unlock the raw chess, they will be able to obtain his mantle. The complexity of which is such that even Grandmaster Liunian did not dare to play it. That's a lack of chess power. Unable to directly obtain the legacy of Elder Chess Viewer. Perhaps Elder Chess Viewer also thought of this point, that no one might be able to unlock it. Thus, he set up a dead move, and a dead move might not require too much chess power. Gu Hai analyzed. Dead chess, a backup. Gu Qin stared. Perhaps anyone who enters the peony flower, as long as they give up the life chess, they will all be pushed into the world of the dead chess, and in there, each of them will compete for the chance of the inheritance, I guess. I'm not sure what's happening inside, but it might not be good. Gu Hai frowned. What do you mean? In raw chess, if you already lose, you will die. What do you think will happen if you can't win the dead chess? If you can't win, Gu Hai frowned. Then there's only death. Gu Qin was slightly stunned and said, but there is only one copy of the inheritance, so there is only one person who wins, and the rest are all losers. A trace of worry flashed in Gu Hai's eyes. Other than the only person who wins, everyone else will die in the internal battle extinction. Long Wanqing's face changed. Gu Hai nodded. I guess so. Doesn't that mean that as long as one crosses into this giant peony, only one person will be able to obtain the inheritance and everyone else will die? All 100,000 cultivators inside will die. Long Wanqing revealed a worried look. Righteous Father, you can unlock the raw chess, Guqin chessboard said. Give it a try. Gu Hai nodded. The crowd looked at Gu Hai expectantly. It wouldn't have been easy to substitute into this chessboard, so complicated. Gu Hai frowned deeply. This was the first time Gu Hai felt that the chess game was complicated. Gu Hai slowly sank his mind into it and looked at the chessboard. Long Wanqing, Gu Qin, and the others waited patiently, although their hearts were incomparably anxious, but they didn't dare to disturb Gu Hai. This sitting by Gu Hai was an entire day. Outside, the 50,000 cultivators had been paying attention to the peony flower, and they were exceptionally excited for Gu Hai to enter. Although there was a fog shrouding the area, but it was still hazy enough to see a general picture. Gu Hai has been sitting there for a day. Why hasn't he landed yet? Yeah, he wouldn't dare to play, deliberately dragging his feet. Right, that's not right. 10 days ago, there was also someone who learnt from Gu Hai who deliberately dragged his feet, and as a result, in less than 2 hours, he was strangled by that chess gamer. Why does Gu Hai he get to stall for time? It's not fair. Countless cultivators revealed a look of disbelief, but even so, none of them dared to go forward. In the land of living chess, countless people had already died, and in the land of dead chess, even more than 100,000 cultivators had entered, and not a single one had come out alive so far. That peony flower was a death Jedi. Cross into it, and it was over. Although everyone wants to get the Earth Dragon vein, but that also need to have life to take R. It was too dangerous for an old man chess watcher to give something, wasn't it? It had already merged half of it, but as Gu Hai suddenly realized a lot of things, the board below suddenly merged rapidly at an extremely strange speed. Boom, boom, boom. A series of rapid mergers. Before long, the 80,000 stumps among them had completely transformed into 20,000 4-4 merged grand stumps. And there were still 20,000 stumps, as if they were extremely complicated in themselves, and could not be merged for a while, as if they can be condensed, Gu Hai mused. But it seemed to have the shadow of those 4 boards again, as if all the essence of the 4 handicap boards had been condensed in this one board. Buzz, 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 buzz. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. 20,000 large chessboards, amongst the rapid concentration, after another day had passed, once again turned into small chessboards. The mind looked at the 29 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess games, while looking at the 40,000 remnants of the games in the brow space. Gu Hai had a feeling that between the chess games, it seemed like they were all connected. If these 40,000 remnants of his own games were condensed further, perhaps they could be used to form a formation. Perhaps the 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess game and the 29th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess game of old man chess viewer came from the same way. Merging, condensing, eliminating the draws, taking the essence, making the rules ever denser, making the perfect even more perfect. This was the great Tao of chess. Boom. Gu Hai's eyes grew brighter and brighter. It was as if he was standing on top of a pale earth, where the sky and the earth were white. One was all alone. Suddenly, a woman's figure emerged not far away. Xian Air. Gu Hai was slightly stunned, knowing that this was an illusion. However, he saw a golden thread emerge from his body connected to Chen Xian Air, and on the golden thread, 2 words love seemed to surround it. Following that, 4 small children suddenly appeared not far away. Gu Qin, Gu Han, Gu Tang, Gu Ming. Gu Hai looked at the 4 little children suspiciously. Once again, there were golden silk threads connecting himself and the 4 little children, and the silk threads seemed to be encircled with the word affection. Steeply, A green-colored smoke emerged not far away. Within it stood a group of people whose faces could not be seen, headed by a green-robed man who looked like he had a soul-stirring aura, and looking at it would make his heart jump with fear and trembling. Thin golden threads connected Gu Hai and this group of people, surrounded by the word hatred. Above the vast land, more and more people appeared out of thin air. Each person had a golden thin thread connecting them to Gu Hai. Each thin thread had the relationship between Gu Hai and that person written on it. As if Gu Hai had instantly realized a supreme truth, a golden halo emanated from around his body. Slowly, his mind retreated from the chess game. He raised his head to look at the chess-watching old man puppet opposite him. "Why hasn't Righteous Father made a move yet?" Gu Kim worriedly said. "Yeah, it's been 3 days. Is Gu Hai still thinking?" Long Wanqing was also worried beyond measure. The countless cultivators outside were also looking at Gu Hai blankly at this moment. This sitting for 3 days was also extreme. Was he playing chess? "Congratulations, you are the only one who has solved this game until now." The chess-viewing elder puppet opposite him suddenly spoke. The chess-viewing elder puppet's voice was not loud, but it strangely traveled through everyone's ears. Cokes, the 50,000 cultivators watching from the outside exploded in an uproar. How is it possible? The Gu Hai's first son didn't fall either. How did he unlock it? This is cheating. It's not fair. Sitting there for 3 days, and you can solve the game. I can do it too. Long Wanqing and Gu Kan also looked blankly at the puppet of the old man watching the chess game across from them, and that's how he solved it. It didn't move at all. "You have solved the chess game. Please make a move. Prepare to receive my inheritance." The old man chess viewer spoke again.